The University of Vermont has a scandal on their hands. Head coach Todd Woodcroft had been at the helm with the Catamounts for the last 3 seasons. The firing came after an investigation, which was conducted swiftly, and the ruling even more so. Their findings via UVM's Office of Affirmative Action and Equal Opportunity found he failed to meet the expectations of the school and thus was relinquished from his duties. The investigation was spurred by inappropriate communications with a student at the school. The conduct being investigated involved inappropriate texts with a UVM student on multiple occasions that failed to maintain professional boundaries, according to UVM Athletics Director Jeff Schulman. Schulman, seen here, now faces questions on his past moves and if he is the correct man for the job at the University of Vermont. The Athletics' Katie Strom would report in her column the investigation was going on for quite some time. Strom would update her story as follows. There was a report that hinted at concerns of inappropriate text filed on March 16th, though the head coach was never placed on leave while the investigation was ongoing. However, he was asked to have no contact with individuals who filed the report and or participated in the probe. A.D. Schulman would say, there were text messages that were sent by Coach Woodcroft that were in violation of the university policy around professional boundaries and relationships with students, and they made the determination that it was no longer appropriate. In addition, Schulman refused to comment on when the text messages were sent or who received them. He said the student would not face any disciplinary action as a result of the investigation. Kendall Ware, a Vermont swimmer, accused a basketball player, Anthony Lamb, of R-wording her in 2019. Via Sports Litigation Alert, Ware claims that she was dissuaded from seeking a formal investigation by multiple university employees, including Schulman. The complaint, filed in the U.S. District Court in Burlington, states that Schulman and other employees also misled Ware about the available remedies, as well as the potential consequences for Lamb. Schulman met with Ware while the Title IX process unfolded, and Ware disclosed in the claims that it did not feel like Schulman expressed any concern about her assault, and he was clearly focused on not losing his prize asset, Lamb. Lamb denied the allegations. Multiple experts disagreed with Schulman's notion back in 2022 when he claimed there are 0 conflicts of interest with having a senior member of his staff serve as the AAEO office. Elizabeth Taylor, professor at Temple University, spoke with the Burlington Free Press. It's a huge conflict of interest to have someone from the athletic department involved in the process, whatever that is, Taylor said. Schulman, though, would continue to double down. Overall, there is a very clear line between UVM's athletic department and the AAEO, he claimed. He was involved in the hiring of women's basketball coach Chris Day in May of 2016. Not even 2 years later, Day would resign after an investigation was launched looking into his conduct with players. What is the latest? Here's what we know thus far. For Schulman, there's a history. What I am saying is this. As long as Schulman is at the helm as athletics director, if we're just keeping score here, there has allegedly been conflicts of interest, hazing within the hockey team, 2 coaches at 2 of the top programs at the school failing to meet expectations with how they conduct themselves involving the student body. What is the quote? Fool me once, right? How many times will Vermont be fooled by A.D. Schulman?
If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.